Today on JTV, we have something everybody wants to see. Happy roses from Happy Colors in Holland. The most popular item on our JTV blog are the rainbow roses. And they excite young people. Today, we'll show you roses that can be color coordinated with a sunset or a beautiful beachside wedding. It's great, it's colorful, and it's happy. Come on, everybody, let's get happy. I felt it was really important for us to have an entire webisode dedicated to the happy roses. These happy roses, or rainbow roses as we're calling them here in the States, are so popular right now. We have hundreds of hits weekly of people looking at this rose on the blog at JTV. People love the vibrant colors. And the biggest question is, how do they get those roses to look like that? It's interesting. If you search on the web, you'll actually find people saying that these roses grow this way. That isn't actually true. It's a systemic dye that's administered to these roses in a top secret process. Peter from River Flowers in Holland is creating the happy roses. And Peter has an international patent on the process for creating these and other flowers like them. We'll never actually know because Peter's good at protecting his secrets. We're just happy that he's allowing this rose to be shared with the world. It's so amazing that each one of the petals themselves are a different color. And using that myriad of colors together makes the rainbow roses happy. Let's take a look at a couple of the other roses Peter creates. He creates the ocean rose. This one has the blues and the greens and the turquoises all together in a beautiful color combination. And also the tropical rose, which has oranges and yellows and magentas together. So those give us different opportunities to use those shades in a similar fashion. What's interesting about the secret process that they use at Happy Colors is they are able to administer that to several types of flowers. They can do it to Gerber daisies or chrysanthemums, even celosia. And Peter wanted to make sure that we had something extra special here at JTV today. So let me present to you the very first rainbow Phalaenopsis orchid. These orchids are still in an experimental stage. Peter's working on perfecting the process and perfecting their lasting quality. But he allowed some to come over today just so you could get a peek at what's in store for the future. It's amazing to see how all of the colors transfer through all of the Phalaenopsis orchid blossoms. And if you'll notice here, how the veining of the orchids has each of those colors showing through. He also created an ocean Phalaenopsis for us today, using those same colors that were available in the ocean rose. He dyed a special Phalaenopsis just for JTV today. It's so interesting because each individual flower reacts differently. Here's another example, and there's more purple, more magenta to this one than we see in this one. Each one of these rainbow flowers is a unique creation, all on its own. So people have asked me all over the country, when they see the rainbow roses, they say, those are beautiful, but what can I do with them? So today, I wanted to run through several different types of arrangements you could use with rainbow roses. First of all, look at how great a single rose looks wrapped in a piece of Selicu. We know that these roses are slightly more expensive than other roses, but that's because of the special effect that takes place. So a single individual rose wrapped with a beautiful rainbow ribbon is a great way to present one to a single person. We can also think about boutonnieres. How fun would this be for prom? Having a rainbow rose for prom? Your date is going to think that's incredible. No one's going to have something like this. Single flowers are a really easy way for us to work with the rainbow roses. In this case, I used the ocean down inside an apothecary jar so that we have the one single blossom down inside that apothecary, and the apothecary jar makes that rose inside so important and gives it the prestige that rainbow roses deserve. Now let's take a look over here at a rose bowl. I've used the bias bowl from Accent Decor. It's a unique rose bowl shape, and in the bottom I used the crushed shells that are available from Coe Pick. Placing 2 of the tropical roses on top of that, I have a rose bowl that's far more exciting and interesting and happier than any rose bowl you've seen before. So let's take a look at this little number. We've used the Ocean Happy roses along with our JTV trick of the week, the new water pearls that are available from Accent Decor. It's a special form of polymer product that absorbs water and allows us to make our flower placements in that. You're all familiar with the California crystals, or the polymer that we've used before. In this arrangement, we used it to fill our glass and have happy roses on the top. The pearls are a little bit different. They take 12 hours to reach full expansion, and they come in a wide variety of colors. We've got green and yellow and blue here today. What's interesting about this product is that it doesn't retain moisture for the flowers. So creating something like this doesn't have a large water source. So it's great for a special event, but we'd have to continually add water to it. So remember that we can't use these for longevity. We'd use them more for color or a special event. But in this case, a few of those roses floating with a few button pom-poms and a little bit of ribbon looks outstanding. Accent Decor also has this great polka dot pot, and I couldn't resist putting happy roses in artesia foam right down inside that polka dot pot. Using these little sticks that I found at my local floral supply house, they look incredible. Which makes me think, with all of this happening and how excited young kids are about rainbow roses, let's think about it for a wedding item. Here, I've used the tropical roses along with hot pink, yellow, and peach-colored flowers to create a bridal bouquet that's very happy and fun. Using these is really exciting and punches up the effect of color in a wedding or special event. That brings us to our project this week. We're going to create a bridal bouquet using the ocean roses. When I created this one, I realized that color was a great backdrop to the other flowers. So in this case, we're going to use green as the backdrop for our ocean roses. I'm going to start with a few spider chrysanthemums. I love the chartreuse green color, and you know, whenever we add chartreuse green to an arrangement, it makes those other colors bubble up. That gives a really good basis. Also notice how I've taken those chrysanthemums and placed them right down on top of the bouquet holder itself. It helps conceal that very well and allows my flower placements that will go on top to have that chartreuse green as a background. We'll use a little bit of foxtail fern as another texture and green coloration for our bouquet. I love the foxtail fern because it has a nice pointed look to it, and it makes it look updated and a little more contemporary. With a few quick placements, we've basically covered our entire bouquet holder. I'm going to add a few green button pom-poms now. Having 3 separate textures of green as the backdrop for our bouquet and our ocean roses will help them really seem important. It helps create a diversification of texture with all of my green product. You'll notice that I added some of the green pom-poms at a different angle and at different depths throughout my bouquet. So I have some that are here, some that are a little bit deeper, and some that go way down deep inside. That increases the depth of my bouquet. Now it's time to add the stars of the show. Look at how those vibrant ocean roses look even more colorful against that dark green background. You'll notice that I'm layering the roses over the tops of one another. It also adds to the depth and dimensionality of my bouquet. Even bringing some way back here to the backside allows your eye to be drawn all the way over the top of the bouquet. Looks like we need a couple more right down here. This one right here has just the green and the yellow together and doesn't have all the blue, but it's great to be at the bottom of the bouquet with that to show the differentiation between the blossoms. It'll also draw my eye down here, which is where our ribbons and our streamers will be. I just wanted to show you how interesting this also could be if there were blue delphinium involved in this as well. It really punches up that blue color, and it could be an entirely different look. That's a project for something else, or the type of creativity you can add when you're creating your floral design. Now let's add our ribbon. I had so many great colors of Berwick ribbon, and I wanted to add them. I've got this one that looks like it has a tie-dye to it. It's perfect to go along with the ocean color. I'm using my wood pick to place it directly into the foam itself. Because these are great polyester ribbons, I don't have to worry about them soaking up the water. They'll just repel the water and hold tight down inside the foam. And this blue ribbon has a great intense blue thread through it. That brings up that really strong blue inside the happy roses. There, that looks great. Our final key ingredient is our crowning glory. Making sure that we mist everything completely so that our roses will last as long as they possibly can. That's a beautiful display. Think of how pretty this might be on an aqua blue dress or a lime green dress, or even interesting on an orange dress as a complementary color to this color palette. There's lots of opportunities and lots of fun things you can do with rainbow roses. You know, this is kind of a forecast of the future for us. We're looking at different things that are unusual and different and unexpected. I think about when I was a kid and suddenly there were blue carnations that were actually being dyed and we could use a blue flower in a floral arrangement. Or about when tropical flowers became readily available to us. Or when we started to see the beautiful Holland products being shipped over to us. There's always something new and different and creative happening with flowers. I think about if these are popular now with kids who are going to prom and maybe selecting this as their boutonniere for prom night, what might we get for the bride of the future if she loves a rainbow rose? Perhaps it could be a bouquet like this, using the happy Phalaenopsis, the rainbow roses, and a myriad of other types of roses, the tropicals, the ocean roses, carnations, spray roses, all sorts of different flowers in a wild, colorful aspect. What could be happier than a wedding? And how fun would this be for a happy rainbow bride? I'd like to thank Peter from River Flowers, the creator of Happy Roses, and all the beautiful happy colors he's creating in the floral industry. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.